Today's guest is a regional manager for Ausbright Electrical Solutions, and he will be stepping inside the ring on November 5 for his boxing debut at the Gobsmacked Perth Corporate Rumble. We chat about his sponsors and his Ausbright entourage who will be flying into Perth to support him. We discuss his 7-day training routine, his wonderful family, and the injury that threatens to derail the train. So please welcome Michael the Reaper Gardner. I do like the hat. Thanks for the hat.
Welcome.
Everyone else who's listening to this, just feel free to bring in samples. So I've got an Ausbright hat on and an Ausbright stub holder.
Just get an extra large hat. It's a big Swede.
It is a big scone, isn't it? That's the worst thing is when I'm trying to find a hat. It's like nah. If it gets around the outside, it doesn't have the depth. You know, and I see people with these hats on. And they've actually tucked their ears into a hat.
You got no chance?
Nah, not even, those broad brim Bunnings hats?
Yeah.
I can't even get my ears in. I've got a massive skull, mate. I know. Jeez, get off my back. Oh, yeah, you were thorough. Is that your phone?
Yeah, it just rings and rings and rings all fucking day. That's right.
Okay.
72 phone calls is the max capacity I'll fit out in a day.
72.
Yeah. So in about 4 years' time, you see this big growth on the side of my head. It wasn't from PCR.
We met at the induction day, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
We did. That's right. You were there with Brent.
Yeah, we were. Yep.
Okay.
So I'll turn this off because it's just going to keep going.
Turn it off, mate.
It's interfering. Is this like a plane where I've got to put it in fucking flight mode, or?
You can do what you want. You can also use bad language, which you've been doing for the last 10 minutes. So that's fine.
Fit in.
You're on time. That is incredible.
Yeah.
That's great. How's your headphone volume? Is that okay?
Perfect.
All right. Should we get straight into it?
Yep.
You are keen, aren't you?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get under.
Let me have a guess who you work for. Ausbright.
Correct.
How's that? You got the shirt. I've got the hat. I've got the stubby hole. I don't have a stubby. That's fine. Tell me about your sponsor, mate.
Yes, Ausbright Electrical Solutions to come to the table again.
Just like my hat.
No, exactly. Yeah, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. So we were in this last year with Brent Irving. So Irvo's young fella is my apprentice, Cam. Second year, coming on to his third year. So in the last 12 months, it's been a long way. So mainly the reason I was here is Mark, one of the directors, was here last year for the wind up. And Mark loves a beer and loves a chat. And
Mark Ottaway?
It is Mark Ottaway. Yeah,
Mark,
so he's the managing director, and with co-founder Nick Gerben. That's how you pronounce it too for anyone that's interested. Mark was having a few beers with Nige, and somehow my name got thrown in the mix, and here we are.
Sounds great, mate.
So, Ausbright Electrical Solutions. We want to go into the crux of it all.
Tell me about the company, mate. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, so defence contractors. Mark and Nick went out, pretty much just two mates, 16 years ago now, and we've grown to be a trusted delivery partner for defence. And I think the aim of the game was for the two fellas was to create Australian sovereign capability through delivery of safe, superior quality and electrical services.
Have they delivered that, mate?
Absolutely.
They deliver it non-stop.
Both east and west.
West. Where's the Eastern States one based?
Yeah, so the east, they run out of Gardner Island in Sydney, Potts Point, Woolloomooloo, with an office in Banks Meadow. And over here, it was 2018, I believe. I was approached to lead the charge. So it was myself, apprentice in...
So you moved across from Sydney?
No. So I've always been here in the marine industry, defence capability. Yeah. I've pretty much taken on myself, an apprentice in a Hilux, to now we're 11 strong with a nice billboard factory on Rockingham Road. So
fair crew.
It's a good position to be in. Like all jobs, hug the cactus and you get those prickly bits. But all in all, we do what we can for the servicemen and women. And that's, as I mentioned before, delivering safe, superior quality electrical services for the Navy.
Beautiful. And a couple of the guys are heading over?
Yeah. So Mark...
Who's heading over?
Yeah, so Mark will be coming across. Nick will be coming across. Amanda's pulled the pin. She's...
Amanda, come on, Amanda.
Yeah, she's got that motherly figure. So
there's going to be plenty of photo opportunities, Amanda. Maybe she'll come over.
Oh, look, I think she'll be sitting on the phone. So she'll know what's going on. But, yeah, she does love a photo. If you scroll back to the top, I think she's the only one that wanted to be there on that day. So good on Amanda.
She's not in high vis. How did they let her on that site?
When you're the GM, you get certain privileges, and that is not wearing high vis, I guess.
Got your favourites there. Nice.
Yeah, we're all there. So all the team below. So Tash will be coming across. Tash is ops admin now. She's good value, Tash.
Natasha Gunning?
Yeah, she's good for a laugh, so she'll enjoy it. There's
Who
a
else
couple of
is
guys that
coming
won't come. They know their abilities when it comes to drinking, so they've pretty much said that no, we won't be coming because we can't be trusted. So that's
Want to keep their jobs?
yeah. No, they've done their bit.
Luke Jolly coming over?
No, Luke's stuck in Sydney, so he'll be there flying the flag while we're doing the watching Mick getting punched in the head.
Ervo's young boy coming over?
Yeah. Cam will be there with Aiden. So Cam and Aiden live together, so they'll carpool in and get
How
drunk.
old are those two?
Oh,
They look about 15.
Mate,
They old enough to drink?
I couldn't tell you how old they are. I'd say they'd be, I think Aiden's 20, early 20s, Cam's 19, maybe 20. I don't know. I care about their workability, not their age.
Is Brent going to be looking after Cam on the night?
I'm not sure. I think he'd be right. I think he's old enough now, so I think they can look after themselves.
Good company to work for?
That is, brilliant company. So, as I said, hug that cactus, got those prickly bits, but it doesn't matter where you work. It's a job for life. Other than working at Bunnings, I think I'll probably be here for a while until I win Powerball and choose to don on that green apron and point to aisle 17.
Nice. And then just read the instructions off the back of the packet and say, there you go, I'm an expert.
Not even that.
So these guys have supported Ervo before.
Absolutely, yep.
They're pretty supportive of you?
Absolutely, yeah. Other than Amanda and her vision of not watching me get in the punch on, the guys are all, they all love a good night out, and it's getting the name out there as well.
Okay.
It's pretty closed industry defence, and to be part of it, it's a big thing, and to get the name out is even better.
You can see yourself being there for a while?
Absolutely, yeah. It's probably a retirement job for me.
Really?
Yeah, they'll ask me to go, and then my young fella will probably take over, hopefully.
Nice.
So, look, it's family orientated. And they put a lot back into us people as well for the development and, part of our culture, movements and values, teamwork and accountability and sustainable growth and people development's quite high on the list. Okay,
have they had a bit of a turnover of staff recently? I'm just seeing some of these photos that are a little bit different to when I went through it with Ervo. Yeah, look, there's always turnover of staff, especially in WA. Yep. Mining is a massive contestant for local work at home, I guess you could probably call it. Yeah. The grass isn't always greener. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But you got a good crew there? We do, yeah. So we've had a few turnovers now. People sort of, square peg, round hole sort of stuff. And, okay. And, they've moved on. But look, it's just part of the nature of the beast when you deal with people. No, it is. People are hard work. Oh, terrible! They're terrible things. Yeah. If we could get by, that's why I want robots to come in, just so I don't have to deal with people. I'm probably not a delight to deal with anyway, so that'll probably work well for everyone. All right, mate. You mentioned you got a couple of kids. Are they going to be cheering Dad on? They will be, mate. Yeah. So they've been there for pretty much all of it. Even at the start, like they'll come up to the gym, and when I was originally took off with Fighter Fit, they were there for that. Do kids get involved? Mate, they do. So Toby was doing kickboxing, as I mentioned before. Yeah. Chad was doing karate. Toby's that sort of kid that he'll just have a crack at anything. And kickboxing? Yeah, no, he loves it. Yeah, really, really good. So, do they look after the kids there? Yeah, they do. Yeah, no, it was really good. So he sort of stepped away from that now, wanted to get into the team sports of basketball. Okay. But fitness for him is massive. I don't know whether I mentioned before, but he's got cystic fibrosis. Jeez. And that was another driver for this as well, was the being fit component. And that keeps his lungs clear and also keeps him healthy, which drives the appetite and everything else that he needs. So can you explain cystic fibrosis to us, mate? Yeah, so cystic fibrosis is it's hereditary. So 2 parents need it. 1 in 4 kids have it if you're a gene carrier. Do you have it? Yeah, no, I don't have it, but I'm a gene carrier, and so is his mum. Yeah. Unbeknown to us at that time. So it's respiratory and digestive. He's more digestive side, so his pancreas insufficient. So he's on tablets. So he has about 30 tablets a day. When he's well, when he's sick, he'll throw in nebulizers and Ventolin and all the other sort of stuff that goes with it. But touch wood, he's pretty good. Like there's no real issues. We haven't had any hospitalised admissions for what's it been, the best part of 9 years. Does the medication help you manage it? Absolutely, yeah. So there's a thing out there called Ivacaftor now, which it's next level. That was life-saving. So he's had that for about 4 years now. Recently been put on the PBS. Before it hit PBS, it was about $220K a year. A year? Yeah, so obviously for that component, he wasn't on it, I don't earn 220k a year, and my family don't have 220k a year.
Yeah.
So as soon as I hit PBS, he went on it, and a total different kid. So it's been really good. So it's eye opening, but it's part of my morning routine. That sort of helps getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning to do the gym, and he's got his treatments of physio and nebulizers for about 20 minutes in the morning, 20 at night. And also being a 10-year-old kid, it's quite difficult to get into that age where he pushes back a little bit. But I've got him 10 days a fortnight, and he's with his mum 4. So the brunt of it's sort of done at my house, which helps having that routine and structure, just to get it done. And the life expectancy from, let's go back 30 years ago, they were lucky to see their 15th birthday. Now there's people with CF living into their 50s. So it's medical science has come a long way, but part of this as well, it's all for charity. Yes, it's not for CF, but it's still for charity for, kids that need that extra assistance. So
some kids get dealt a hand that they do not deserve, don't they?
Mate, walking through that hospital, we'll go to the hospital every 3 months, and CF is probably something that you would rather over some of the things there. It's really heartbreaking, and with medical science, I'll hit the grave before Toby does, like God intended. I'm not religious, but things like that. You don't wish this shit on anyone.
No. That's with advancements in medical science and things like that. That has to be comforting to know that how far they come and how the things that they've cured and what they can do.
Yep.
Are you hoping for a cure?
Oh, look, every day you hope for a cure.
That sounded wrong, didn't say hope. Of course you're hoping for a cure, but do you believe that there's going to be a cure?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll get closer and closer. Just even in the life expectancy, that's blown out massive.
That's a massive difference,
yeah,
isn't it?
I don't know what age is that the eldest person with CF, but even to get into your 50s, there's people dying well before that without CF. So to get to into the 50s, and maybe getting a transplant here and there, or going from CF diabetes and a few other hurdles. As mentioned before, there's a lot worse things you could have out there. Not that you would want CF, but if you had to pick something, cancer isn't one of them.
No,
and leukemia and all the other things that you see, it's pretty heartbreaking.
And how's your boy handling all this?
He's had it since born, so he's there's no different to him. Yeah, he just kicks on. He just does what he needs to do, and you wouldn't know looking at him. He just does his thing. He's still a 10-year-old boy that's full attitude and needs his ass kicked all the time.
How's his brother treating?
Look, they're brothers, and they're two totally different kids.
Yeah.
One's a little bit reserved, and the other one,
bit outspoken.
He sends it. Yeah.
And the boys, obviously, your 2 boys are a bit young to be there on the night, but they're going to be staying with you at the Crown?
They will be, mate, yeah. So Crown Towers, we'll turn it on. I've actually got my cousin coming over from Queensland with her family, so we've got a, I guess you'd probably call it like a corporate babysitter coming in.
Sounds like a good job. A night in the Crown Towers.
It's cruisy. They'll come do their bit, they earn their money, off they go. So it'll be a good night. And I'll see the boys before. Hopefully they can come and see me warm up in the warm-up room.
Oh, I think they'll definitely make... The Crown, I mean, the guys, the organisers, the PCR are very accommodating, but the Crown are very good for that kind of thing as well.
Yeah, so look, the warm-up part, and maybe if they're just standing in the background as the doors open, I can only hope, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, that's all right. They'll be just upstairs racking up the room service bill,
whatever, as long as they're having fun and not causing any issues, I'm happy.
Beautiful. That's great that they're going to be there as well. Yep. So good on you. It must be daunting for parents and for husbands and wives and partners to actually see their partner get in there, because most of the boxing that we've been exposed to, if you're watching, unless you're a keen boxing or like combat sports fan, most of the highlights you see aren't that reassuring, you could say. They're usually big knockouts, people getting really hurt.
Well, that's what people want to see. That's what they go for, don't they? They don't sit there and
see
the hugs at the end.
I thought when I went to the first event, like I've watched a few of them, but the one last year with Brent and those guys, that was the first one I've actually attended, and I was invited to that. Thank you very much, guys. And I always thought, okay, I want to see some big fights, some big haymakers, and I want to see the knockout, which is, I'm a big UFC fan, so that's sort of what I want to see finishes. But it was weird. As soon as they started fighting, that is the last thing I wanted to see. I almost, probably like your parents, I went into almost like this parent figure where I wanted everyone to do well, and I just didn't want to see anyone get hurt. So you're different. You're going in there ready for...
Mate, I don't really have any expectations. Win, lose, runner-up, draw, whatever the case is. Yeah. I just want to go in and make a difference. Although I'm sitting on the fence with an injury at the moment, so...
Tell me about this injury, mate.
It might be touch and go. We'll see how we go.
Oh, really?
It's real bad, yeah.
What is it? Can you tell me?
LCL and meniscus in my left knee. Playing kids footy at school.
When was that?
On Friday. So I've been out for a week. So Glenn's like Nigel's like, take the week out, see how we go.
Yeah.
But I'm still struggling to walk on it.
It's really that bad?
Mate, I am going everything. I'm eating deep heat. I've got Rapid-Gel, which is only good for horses and dogs. I'm fucking lathering myself in it. Do not care.
How old are you?
38.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like me. Oh, no, I'm past the downward. There's that hill. You hit about 32, 33. Yeah, I'm down to 45.
So kids footy, mate. I was kicked, no good.
No
good. Dangerous sport.
If it's not your ACL, your...
LCL, so it's outside of the knee.
Lateral.
Which is pretty tender, but they reckon the damage is in the cartilage in between the knee, and that's what's given me all sorts of issues. So I've got a brace on, and
So it's serious?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the only person that's probably going to be able to match up with me this time is a dwarf with one leg.
No.
There's no...
Is there any dwarfs? I haven't actually gone through the whole...
So
Little people, I believe they're called.
No competitors in there that I'm going to be able to match up with evenly. I can tell you that right now. Not at the moment.
So what are the reasons behind you actually getting in there, mate?
Mate, having a crack. With single parent, so I'm a big advocate for the boys that put in, get out, and have a go. Get out of your comfort zone and really drive it home, and you'll be surprised with what you get out of that. Yeah. My boys are at that age now, between 10 and 11, which path of least resistance drives me absolutely crazy, but that's where they're at. So I want them to succeed. In today's world, we need to sort of have a crack and get out of that comfort zone. So
they're big on the screens and things like that.
They are. They are at mum's house, and they push the boundaries at mine. But getting out and about is where it's at, and this is part of it.
They're sporty kids?
They are, yeah. So they don't play a lot of sport, but they are rather sporty. Like basketball was one, kickboxing was another, karate. Wakeboarding through summer, we sort of crack in. I've got a lake lease and a boat.
I did see that. A lake lease? Yeah. Tell me about that lake lease.
So it was just a shared lease at Bonnie Ski Park in Baldivis.
Okay.
It's just a body of water. And you pay to have the lease for a year, and you can use it every second day. Or a full lease for every day of the year other than Christmas. So it's just convenient. Time's money, and to drive to Waroona or Lowbrook, there's an hour and a bit there, hour and a bit back. To drive to Baldivis, I can do that any day after school, really. Oh,
you live down that way?
Yeah, I live in Mandurah. So
Mandurah, that's a fair hike back to Anarchy.
Mate, it's like North Albany. It's crazy. Yeah.
That is...
Yeah, it's massive.
And with the times that they train as well, you might be copping a bit of traffic. What's going on with that freeway down there?
Oh, it's not too bad at those times.
It's getting better?
Yeah. Mornings are good. The Arvos are better because there's no one around. But no, it's a good run. About 40 minutes, I guess, thereabouts.
Still? Yeah. That's a big hike.
Just drive, mate. Just cruise control. And just turn it off when I get home. Yeah.
Nice. I drive 10 minutes to work, and even that, some days I complain about that.
No, I don't mind driving. It's all good.
Okay. Have you got any boxing experience?
Not really. So when it first kicked off, I went and did a couple of technique classes at Fighter Fit in Mandurah with Danny Hayes. So Danny's a good man. He knows Glenn as well. It's actually funny. One of the speed bikes, there's an old poster of Glenn. I'd say it'd be probably... he had a fair bit of hair, so I would say it would have been...
Oh, geez, what was it, 12?
Nah, I'd say it'd be 8 years ago.
With a bit of hair.
Yeah, everyone... I'm punching it on that bike, and I fucking see Glenn's head. So it gave me motivation to push a bit harder, but no, that's about it. And then, obviously, COVID kicked off for the last intake.
Oh, okay.
And then, by then, I lost interest. It was cold, it was fucking wet, and, that was it. I was done.
They did well to not get around COVID, but to readjust the way they did.
Big time to sit on the fence.
Because that first one in 2020, that got pushed back a little bit. But the guys that have just fought at the start of September, they did extremely well.
Yeah, they lost a few, I think, didn't they?
I think only a couple. I think a couple of guys, and I think one girl. I could be wrong there. So, but the fact that the boxers did manage to hang in there, and some of them committed through the whole extra 6 months to go to the training. But the quality of boxing, did you go there?
No, I didn't go. So I went to Irvo's, was the last one I went.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of the highlights, and there were some good boxers.
Very good boxing. I thought that was some of the best. I still think the best fight. I'm going to get these names wrong. The best guys fight that I've ever seen was John Steins against David LaRosa. These two guys, I think Johnny got up on that fight, but those guys looked those guys looked almost like professional fighters.
Yeah, no, they did well. Yeah. I don't remember the names, but I remember seeing the fights. And no, it was good. That's
great. So, have you Irvo's PCR, which was last October? So that was the first one you've been to?
Yeah, it's the only one I really knew about. So since then, I've sort of been in and out of the gym. Coffees on the Friday and all that sort of stuff. Here and there when I've got time. So no, it's a good place to be.
What did you think of the event?
Perfect. It was brilliant. Don't remember too much after 5-6, but from there it was good.
Irvo was late as well. Wasn't he about 5-10 or 5-11?
Yeah, it was somewhere around there.
He was late.
Yeah, it was late on in the night. Like there wasn't much knowledge from my behalf. I watched it a few times. I was like, don't remember that. But then bits I do remember. I'm like, yeah.
He was a good man. Him and Millsy came in.
Mate, he did well. Hats off. Anyone can criticise, but until they do it themselves, it's a big step up from swinging a bar stool at a pub.
That is, I say it all the time. The fact that you guys have actually got the guts to get in there and fight in front of 2,000 people, and you're in the ring by yourself. Mm-hmm. And I know you've got Glenn or Nige and Chris and Ben in the corner barking at you.
Yeah,
but I can't imagine the boxers being able to hear a thing.
I wouldn't think you'd be able to hear anything either.
No,
I'll find out. If this knee comes good, I'll let you know.
I look forward to some updates on that knee, mate. Okay, how have you gone with, say, current diet and eating habits? I see that you said that you eat pretty healthy normally.
Yeah. Look, I do eat pretty healthy throughout the week. I do on weekends sometimes slide off. Big KFC fan. Big.
I've never eaten it.
Twister. What?
I was having this conversation the other day. Yeah, people go. My mate.
What rock do you live under?
It happened. This is firstly, I hope to God KFC isn't a sponsor, because what I'm about to say isn't complimentary. But one of my mates, I'll mention him, Steve. His name is. He brought home this pack once of popcorn chicken. I think it's popcorn. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Popcorn chicken. And he got it, and he squeezed it in front of us. And I don't know what came out of it. It was this juice that came out of it.
100% not good for you. No. Never once claimed it was good for you. It just tastes good.
Does it?
It's next level.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm too afraid, because I've got an addictive personality. And I think if I smash a Zinger burger with a bit of pineapple or whatever they serve there, I think I might get hooked on it.
Yeah, I think you will.
Is it good? I heard you get a KFC hangover as well.
Oh, no, I don't go that hard.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't go that hard.
Just stop at the double Zinger and bacon burger.
I know my limits. Yeah.
So how is it now? What's your diet like now?
Yeah, look,
besides the zingers,
it's salad, and I live on salmon. So between salad, salmon, and greens, that's pretty well it. And same with my boys as well. They eat veggies. They love veggies, so I capitalise on that. So they get what they need. I get what I need, and it's just pretty much making it easy. Pretty busy with training as well. That sort of added another spanner in, but prepping is the key for my life.
Yeah.
If I don't prep, I get lazy.
Because it sounds like you're pretty busy at work as well.
Yeah, work, parenting, everything else. Prep. I need to prep. Otherwise, it's zingers for days.
Zingers for days. The old gorilla dog from the Ampol service station or something like that. Sausage rolls. Because I was thinking obviously with how much you said your phone rings and being that active, have you had to change your diet at all just to keep your energy levels up?
Not really, because I've always before PCR I ate a fair bit anyway, only because I know what I'm like when I hit cardio. Like I just gone, just
really?
like paddle popping ahead really. So I sort of stacked on a little bit, knowing that I would lose that little bit. But now I've done my knee. That stacking on's probably gone against me to a certain degree. So maybe
you're in your bulking phase,
fucking paddle pop with a head. I might be Michelin Man running around in there. I'm not sure, but we'll see how we go.
Because you guys have got some. There's quite a few guys to choose from this time around.
There's heaps, yeah.
It used to be about 50-50, didn't it? From memory,
I couldn't tell you. Yeah.
Out of the 14 fights, I think they used to try to make it 7 female and 7 male fights. But I think this time around, you're looking at 10 guys and only 3 female fights. There's only about 6 girls in there.
There's not a lot. So, there's there's a lot there. And I can tell you right now, sitting on the bike the other day watching, there's a lot that I don't want to fight. There's a couple that go real well.
Some of the guys in there, I've really been watching the highlights of them, and the progress that they've made in the last 3 weeks is absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
So, have you got anyone in mind that you think you're going to get matched up with?
I wouldn't have a clue. I'm useless with names. I just look at him and think, nah, fuck him, he's good. That's the extent of my thought process on that.
Have you gone with alcohol and like the few beers after work, that kind of thing?
Fine, mate. I don't really drink. I'm one of those binge drinkers. Like, pick up the phone, Mick, we're going out. Next day, minor surgery, fucking hurt until Wednesday. Red Bull vodkas, Fireball, all that shit comes out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So on average, you could say, listen, I have 2 standard drinks a day on average, but you only drink once a month. So
exactly,
when you go hard.
Yeah, I go real hard.
How are you going to be, you think, at about 11:30 on the 5th of November?
I don't know how that's going to look. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But there'll be definitely a few beers going down.
Have you gone with like mental changes coming into this? Now you've got something to focus on, which is only, say, 38 days away now.
38 days.
38 days.
It's going to take my knee fucking 16 to come good.
Do you have to get cleared?
Well, the physio I've seen, he's pretty happy, although no medical profession is just going to say, hey, you're good to fight.
Yeah.
So he's, you get that dad, I'm not angry, just disappointed look out of him. But I've got the fight doctor, Paul, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go. Some days are better than others. Yesterday morning I woke up brilliant. Then young fella walked past and I went to kick him in the bum and he grabbed my leg and fucking down I went. So it's a bit sore again now, but look, we'll just see how we go.
You said it is swollen?
Yeah.
Bit of fluid in there?
Yeah, it's heaps. So that Rapid Gel that works for horses is going to work for Mick. Watch this space.
Just get some of those dodgy doctors in there draining it in between rounds.
We'll work it out. It'll be fine. I could quit now, but I don't quit. So I'll take it to the line, and if they pull me out medically because of it, we'll see how we go. I'll just give it the best crack.
Because they do normally look after the guys. If something does happen, if there is an injury or there's been so many applicants prior, they do pick some like reserve people.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is right, but hopefully it is. If you get in as a reserve and you don't actually fight, I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed a spot in the next PCR.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how it works.
If this injury was, say, to stop you from fighting in this PCR, do you think you'd put your hand up for the next one?
Probably not, because there's a fair bit of commitment, especially with Ausbright. Like, they didn't make the commitment last year because I wasn't fighting. But now we've got, both directors and their partners and admin and all the guys coming across. There's a lot of investment in it.
This sounds like a heap.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a little bit gutted that if it doesn't come good. So I'll do what I can to try to get it across the line, and hopefully we'll see. There has been late entrance with Kyle last year. So
Kyle's back?
Yeah, so he's back this year.
That's great.
So
he's a good man, Kyle.
The fact that it was a late entrance there, maybe the late entrance might be just me coming through on a recovery note, just riding in, just to do what I can. But
just do the 4 weeks and come in and get it done.
I'm not really thinking about the fight. It's more the cardio. That 2 weeks out, that's massive.
Yeah.
No, so we'll see. Yeah.
How do you think you're going to go with? It's on paper. It sounds so quick, doesn't it? 3 2-minute rounds, piece of cake.
Nah, bullshit.
That is massive.
Yeah, massive. Yeah.
How do you reckon you're going to go?
I reckon, there's going to be a fair bit of mental game in it for me.
Yep.
Just pushing across the line, just getting it to where I need to be. Because anyone can sit down and say, fuck, this is too hard, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's pushing that button.
How are you with like kicking into that second gear?
Usually not too bad. There's drive there. And the drive is, my boys will be at the casino. Chances are they won't be able to get in and watch, but they will know. They'll see me before and then after.
You staying at the Cas?
I am, yeah.
Towers?
Yeah, absolutely. Do it properly.
That is something else, that hotel, isn't it?
Send it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So have you got any fears or concerns about the night besides the knee not holding up?
That's about my only concern now. I'm not really one for centre of attention, so in saying that, the 2,000 people sitting there watching me, so hopefully I'm a late fight, they'll be all pissed, they won't remember anything, and it'll be good.
I think the fact that you guys get to all fight in front of 2,000 people on pretty much everyone's boxing debut.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's almost unheard of.
No, it's
and not so it's not like even fighting on an undercard for a professional fight. Like you guys have got people screaming for you from the first fight.
Mm.
And the two young girls that kicked off the most recent PCR, I remember sitting there and I was lucky enough to be there as well, and I was listening to it and I was thinking, this crowd from day one is as rowdy now as it was at the loudest part of the PCR prior. The people are going nuts. And now that they've done that standing room where all the team, like they've got two separate areas where the teams stand, and how vocal some of the fighters get is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's going to be an insane night, mate, from start to finish. It's going to be great. I can't wait. So what's your normal training like prior to this? Obviously, we spoke about you do a bit of skiing and obviously try to match it with the kids at Auskick.
Yep.
So what's a normal training routine like before this?
Normal for me was pretty much Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yep.
Just weights training, and then the Tuesdays and Thursdays, whatever the boys are doing. Usually it's sport of some description, but now it's really stepped up with the PCR. Although in the last week and a half, it's sort of calmed down a bit.
Yep.
But I'll still do Monday, Wednesday, Friday weights training. And then the Tuesday and the Thursday mornings, I will throw in. I've got a solarium bed. My skin's shit, so solarium bed, and obviously the colour for the tone as well.
Oh, you got to look the part, don't you?
I call the skin part, but it's really the tone. Being red hair, you probably don't know too much about tone and tan, so we won't go there.
I was outside for about 10 minutes today and I could feel myself getting sunburned. Really? I was like, this summer is going to be rough.
You got a good hat now, you're right.
I know.
You're welcome.
It just fits as well. Stuck on that hat, that's not coming off.
Yeah. So I'll do that, jump on the speed bike, skipping rope, and then my Tuesdays I'll do technique boxing in Mandurah.
Yep.
With Danny Hayes at Fighter Fit. And
Danny Hayes, why do I know that name?
He's, I think he was ex-Australian title.
He was a professional boxer, wasn't he?
Yeah, he'd done 120 odd fights, somewhere like that.
Oh, it's just a lazy 120.
Yeah, I think he won his last 80 or thereabouts. Really nice guy, real family-focused gym. So
sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, very similar to Anarchy Training Centre as well. They're just that family-focused, and once you're in. You don't really disappear from that circle of mates. So I'll see him on the Tuesday, and then Anarchy is the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, with my Saturday and Sunday arvos being active recovery or something with the boys.
So that's a 7-day-a-week commitment you've got here.
Yeah, and Wednesdays, or I have in the past just dropped the Wednesdays off totally. Wednesdays my just do nothing day other than work and breathe and adult and parent and just function.
Just function. That's all I try to do.
No
so
thinking,
what's your plans
function.
today, Brad? Function. Just function as a normal human being.
Yeah.
That's tough sometimes.
Start with a piss and a coffee and see where we go from there.
Just hope for the best. Just hope for every single day. Just wake up. Oh, God, he didn't take me in my sleep. I got to do this again. All right. With your training, that's what I was thinking about. Your getting fit for the actual very specific type of fitness to be in there. If you're going to be struggling with your knee, have they given you any exercises to try to replicate what it's going to be like to be in a boxing ring?
No, we haven't had those conversations yet. So the last one was with Nige, as I said before, that we would take the week off and cool the jets.
Yeah.
But now those conversations are coming up, whether we commit, go the whole way, let it rest, and then turn it on towards the end. Like, obviously, matchups is going to be quite hard for them, because if I'm not in the ring and I'm not sparring, then how are they going to know the level of effort that gets put in? So that's going to be quite difficult. But the pitch that I'd like to probably sell is cool the jets for another week and then turn it on. And if it's not good, then pull the pin. If 2 weeks isn't enough for it to repair, then 5th of November is going to come up real quick and it's not going to be fixed. So,
jeez, you got to be nervous. Or not nervous, frustrated.
Yeah.
Just,
I don't sit
just disappointed.
idle.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed, like what my parents used to say to me.
Yeah, I'm not one to idle. I can't sit and idle very long.
Because there couldn't be anything to replicate it. Like, you could spend all the day on the bikes or the treadmill or whatever, but if you can't, duck and move.
Yeah, and it's no, sprint, or what is it, jog and sprint function, over that 2 minutes. I just can't do it. So, the moving and defence part, I think I'll be right. Like, I'm pretty confident. But it's just the rest, putting the whole piece together. That's what's going to hurt me. And even on the night, like, that'd be the first thing I'll be worried about is his knee collapsing. So yeah, it's the technique component and putting it all together, and yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Because that'd be something you couldn't, if your knee was still giving you grief, having that in the back of your mind. That'd have to be consuming when it comes to
Massive.
The actual fight.
Massive, yeah.
You'd almost have to just accept that it's going to go one way or the other, and just pretend it's not giving you any grief and see how it goes.
Yeah. I'll talk with the physio. I've got another physio appointment tomorrow, so he's been hitting me with ultrasounds and things like that. So the question's going to be, so if you don't think I'm where I need to be, and I choose to go against your wishes, how do I strap this thing that it's going to not, snap in half and go up my ass?
Do they give you, because it's the lateral movement, if your lateral LCL?
LCL, yeah.
If your LCL's gone, that's going to stop your lateral movement.
It's the twisting component, and the muscle's not activating either. So where I tense my right leg, the left one, it's not activating. So I've got strengthening exercises for that, but it's still not like where it needs to be. You can feel that it's activating, but it's still not, the brain's pretty much clicked in, so this is hurting, no more.
Stop.
So, yeah, it's not the best position to be in.
And I can imagine you don't want to go in there, not just for yourself, but out of respect for your opponent. You don't want to go in there anything short of 100%, because you don't want to go in there and then the fight be over early due to a knee injury.
Well, then that's exactly right. It's the same with the sparring game that Glenn spoke about early on. You don't want to break someone's nose, because then, their prep is out the window, your prep's out the window, or vice versa, whatever the case is. And this will be exactly the same. It really depends on the numbers. They've got that redundancy for illness and injury and the rest of it. It's just seeing where they're at. It's their game. I'm an electrician. I join wires together. They do fight prep.
It'd have to just be this juggling of so many factors, hoping it all comes together.
Yeah.
Because just so someone does get injured, there's no guarantee that any of the reserves are going to be able to be in the same weight category or at the same level.
And you see that with Axeman. That was real disappointing for him. Although, credit where credit due, he's got the best attitude. I'd be devastated. I'd be hiding under a rock forever, just saying, fuck, this is shit, what did I do wrong? He just stood tall and he goes, you know what? Gave it me all.
Good on him.
So,
good on you,
legend.
Carl.
Absolute legend.
How, because I did actually have a brief chat to him, and he just mentioned he just got caught early, and that was it, just found it hard to recover.
Yeah, either way, gave it his all.
He's a very good boxer, though.
Mate, absolutely brilliant.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they'll do a better photo of Kyle. That's a bit pixelated. What's going on there?
No, he's all right. He goes all right.
Yeah. My wife liked that photo, so that's why I'm a bit off him now. Okay, personal sacrifices you've had to make, obviously with the sheer volume of training you're doing. How's it going with like family and friends? Are they?
I just get up early. Yeah, the alarm goes at 4 usually.
4?
Yeah, 4
a.m.
Yeah, there's actually a time throughout the day. It's called 4 a.m. Not many people know of it. It's been real difficult. Summer I'll bounce out of bed, but winter I was like,
oh, that's a tough gig.
It's that take me now, God. Like I'm done here.
What time do you go to bed?
Like 8 usually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you're still getting your time in. That's
still not enough.
No,
still not enough.
4 o'clock is still 4 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know where the fat cat's around here, but I beat fat cat to bed usually.
Oh, geez, that must be. So you're getting up early, just getting more done.
Just getting it done, yeah.
You train first thing?
Yep, first thing. In my jocks through summer and something a little bit warmer through winter.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Pretty much just weight training and bike. So I've got...
you've got a home gym set up, haven't you? I did see the photos of that, yeah?
Yeah. Did you? Jeez, you did have a bit of a dig.
I did. I couldn't find too much stuff.
There wasn't anything in my jocks there, though. It's a bit hard to take a photo of the gym and be in my jocks.
I
can, though, if you want.
Maybe later.
Actually, I like this, in my jocks before. So when I got the Rapid Gel, I had to down trousers at the fucking chemist car park and wrap this shit on my leg.
Yeah.
All these mums and bloody grandmas looking at me.
No, they love it, mate.
No shame.
I should actually just put it out there for all the people coming in. Everyone now knows that I do a thorough search on everyone, and people have been, and I've seen it, people have been deleting photos
really?
of this. Yeah, but don't worry, I've gone through and I've screenshotted everything, so no one can get away.
I got nothing on.
Just letting everyone know that. What are your family? Oh, you mentioned that your parents are a bit hesitant to you doing this?
Yeah.
Mainly concerned for your safety?
Oh, yeah, I think it's just the parent thing. Yeah, I'd be the same if it was my boys.
Yeah.
My old man used to box when he was younger as well, like not professionally, but, everyone sort of had a box in their life at some point in time. Yep. So he knows how much it hurts. But, look, everyone else is pretty supportive. There's... I think, four tables so far of people that are cheering on to see me.
That's a fair crowd.
Oh, there's so many people. As soon as I said it, they're like, yep, done.
Irvo's going to be at your table?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Oh, did you? He's such a good man. He's such a good man, Irvo. Listen, I'm going to make fun of him, but just let me clarify, I do like him. He came at the last event, and everyone listened to it. At the last event, at about fight number 4, he came up to me and sat with me, and he'd had a few drinks by this stage, and he goes, "Oh, Brad, I'm commentating tonight. Have you heard him commentate?"
I did listen to it. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I didn't think it was that bad.
Okay. All right, so if you want to listen to some world class commentary, go to Fight 11 from last PCR. Brent Irving may have had 1 or 2 drinks prior, but that's that was something else. He's very funny. Which team do you reckon you got? Oh,
yeah, Red.
Let me get that out before you jump down my throat. Yeah. There we go. Team Red?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Because they haven't been separated yet.
Not yet. 13th is the big night.
So. I think if you've got some kind of connection to one of the coaches, you are more likely to be. I don't know if that's correct, but that seems to be. And that's a good thing, because if you and Nige have already got they've already got a relationship, then that's only going to help your situation.
Yep, absolutely.
You're happy with Team Red?
Happy.
The bond that the teams get is something else.
Yeah.
Like the blue team. I mean, everyone's mates now, from what I hear. But once you separate into those 2 teams, you guys become this unit of just motivation, and it's something else. And it's good. And you see people who fought 2-3 PCRs ago, and they still get together, and they're just still mates, still at the event, drinking, enjoying it. So, I mean, if you go, you're definitely in good hands with Nige and Ben there.
Yep.
So that's great.
That'd be good.
Okay. What else we got? Your nickname?
Going the Reaper.
The Reaper?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
So one of my mates and my eldest son. So Reaper, Gardner. I think it sort of went hand in hand there somewhere. I'll let them run with it. That's what they wanted, so fine.
The Reaper.
Yeah.
I might actually. I ran out of time, but I was going to do an intro, and I'll send you an intro with Bruce Buffer. I did one a couple of years back for Asen Derulo. He didn't find it funny. I did, so I'll do that because Robert Whittaker's nickname's the Reaper.
Oh, okay.
UFC fighter?
No.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing. UFC fight.
Has he got a sore knee? Is there any resemblance?
Oh, did he do his knee? I don't know. He's had a few injuries, that poor guy. He was on the Ultimate Fighter. He was on the Ultimate Fighter, the same Ultimate Fighter Glenn Austin tried out for. How's that?
Yeah,
that's a great link in there. All right, and your walkout music. I didn't even have this loaded up. I should have had this done. What's your walkout music?
Monster Skillet. So it's my youngest Toby. It's his favourite wakeboarding song.
The music that you guys are choosing this year is pretty good.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's a lot better. Last year, it was some garbage.
Yeah.
It was some garbage. Many of them. Some terrible nicknames as well. But you guys are doing well. All right, let's have a listen to Skillet. How about we give it some volume? I can't put too much in here or else it'll get taken down. This is 2009. This is old.
Well, that's just it. I keep it caged, but I can't control it.
Is that getting you pumped?
Yeah, it's good.
It's
good song.
It's getting me pumped now. This is great. This is when music was music. This is better than some of the garbage I'm hearing nowadays. I'm just sounding like an old man now. Remember that? Remember that when you used to listen to music and your parents said, "What is this garbage you're listening to?" You just go, "You guys are just too old." That's me now. That's exactly what I do when my kids pull out music. We're about done, mate.
Done, mate. Yeah, it's been good. Thanks for the invite.
Thank you very much for coming in here. Only 37 days away, did we find out?
Yeah, we did, mate. Yeah, it's getting very close.
37?
So, yeah, the countdown is on. So, mate, hope for the speedy recovery. Pray to whatever God you believe in. And I've got my young fella, he's a bit of a God bother. They both go to Catholic schools, so he prayed for my knee to come good and also for his brother because he annoys him and he needs help. So the brotherly love kicked in as well as help for Dad.
Mate, I want to thank you very much for coming in, and I wish you a very speedy recovery with that knee, so we can see you in there on November 5. And thank you for the Ausbright hat and stubby holder. I'm glad to find a hat that actually fit my head.
You're welcome, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, mate, and we'll chat to you soon.
Sounds good, bud. Cheers.